The following program contains shocking portrayals of action. If you suffer from cowardice, Randall may not be right for you. Check with your video game supplier.
Standing for truth in the four corners of America. Fighting for justice on the frontiers of the culture wars. And turning resistance into an art form. The only TV host arrested more times than Mahatma Gandhi, Randall Terry.
Caught you looking. Welcome to today's program, ladies and gentlemen. Lame only for the lame brains. I love you. And I'm so glad that you've come to be with me for today's program. It's a big one. Obama on his way to Las Vegas to try and save Harry Reid. And the pharmaceuticals are jumping out of their chair, jumping out of their skin to save Harry Reid. And Sharon Angle gets ready for the wrath of the pagan gods to be poured in on her. Today's program brought to you in part by Eli Lilly. We might be white as a lily on the outside, but inside we're as dark as a 42nd Street whore. And by Pfizer. The only thing we like more than your health is our money. After a quick word from my friend, Joey the Hammer, we've got so much to talk about, you're not going to want to miss it. Here's my friend, Joey. I love you, Joey. I love you.
Some of the people are here because of bribery. Others are here because of drug money. No judgment on them. But where do you think somebody goes who is involved with bribery and with drug money? Yeah, to the U.S. Senate. Just ask Harry Reid, that piece of work, moron. He's involved in bribery and running drug money all the time with these pharmaceuticals, bribing him for the vote, bribing the Nevada voters to support Harry Reid. I tell you right now, I would be disgusted if it wasn't so genius. Harry, listen, I'm going to be out of here in 6 to 12 months. If you're still in office, can I have a job? I've got some friends who need to launder some drug money and some bribery money. Now that I see what you're made of, perhaps we can strike a little deal together, huh? Gumbadi.
Welcome to the program, friend. Part of our duty is not just to know the news, but to be able to analyze it and then be able to act on it. We all have a finite amount of time and resources. And so the challenge that we face is to figure out where we can apply our energies to actually make a difference. In other words, you and I actually could make a difference in the race in Kentucky, in the race in Nevada, perhaps the race in Arkansas, which is probably a done deal. So when you look at the bellwether races that are going to be absolutely critical for the restoration of this country in 2010, you've got to not just know the news, but you have to be saying, all right, knowing what I know, where can I start throwing punches? And that is part of what this program is about, teaching you how to throw punches and giving you the tools to figure out where to throw punches. Let's talk about some political brawls that are in the process right now. President Obama on his way to Vegas for $1 million fundraiser on behalf of Harry Reid. They're, of course, meeting in a structure that's made out of glass. So you've got Obama and Reid raising money in a glass house to throw stones at Sharon Angle. But on a serious side, let's look at what the Obama endorsement has done since he's been president. Martha Coakley in Massachusetts, defeated. Arlen Specter, Pennsylvania, defeated. Craig Deeds in Virginia, just outside of our nation's capital, home turf for Obama, defeated. Blanche Lincoln down there in Arkansas, she's about to get a butt whooping as well. Another defeat for the president. And then finally, the New Jersey governor, John Corzine, he too was defeated. So, Obama right now is 0-5. And as a seasoned gambler, what does he need to do? You guessed it, double down. Double down? That sounds crazy. Well, it might be crazy for you and I, but for an experienced gambler like Obama, hey, if you're in trouble at the table, you just start doubling down until you make all your losses back. Now, on a serious note, Obama must save Harry Reid. He's actually betting the presidency on this one. Just stop and think how luscious this is, how delightful. Harry Reid is the Senate Majority Leader. He has rammed through everything Obama has pushed for. Right now, Harry Reid is losing. The polling statistics showing him losing to somebody who's relatively unknown, Sharon Angle. Obama goes out. They're going to raise $1 million for Harry Reid. Obama is going to do ads for Harry Reid. Obama is going to do everything in his power to see to it that Harry Reid wins. If Harry Reid loses, Obama would probably not be able to win in 2012. There would be people telling President Obama, you need to seriously consider doing what Johnson did, President Johnson did in '68, and that is withdraw. Don't run. Now, he's a proud man, and there's people all around him that would tell him to not do that, but I want you to grasp the seriousness of what is at stake here for President Obama himself. He's 0-5 with his midterm endorsements. If he cannot save Harry Reid, they'll say he cannot save himself. All right, who else is going to try and save Harry Reid? The pharmaceuticals. Yes, Pfizer, Eli Lilly, various manufacturing giants in the pharmaceutical world. They are right now rushing to help Harry Reid with, you guessed it, drug money. Drug money? Like cocaine and crack and Mary Jane? No, drug money. The stuff that heals you and I, that we give to our kids. But here's the beauty of what's going on. It's, as Joy the Hammer pointed out, it's a type of bribery that's happening right on the surface. Did you know that prior to the vote that passed the health care reform, that the pharmaceutical companies, which, by the way, comprise the largest lobbying group for any American manufacturer, they've got the biggest lobbying manufacturing group in the country. The pharmaceuticals do. They poured millions of dollars into pushing people to contact their congressman and pass that bill. Why do you think that is? Do you really think it's because they're so concerned about your health and mine? No. It's because of the unthinkable sums of money that will be going to them under Obamacare. It's so big that one of the lobbyists one of the PACs just cut Dick Armey off. Dick Armey is the former House Minority Leader, a Republican, and he was opposed to Obamacare. And so this PAC severed their ties with him. Severed their ties because they knew that they had so much money at stake that would come to them if Obamacare passed. That is who is right now rushing to the aid and the defense of Harry Reid. The ads go something like this. Harry Reid knows that good jobs for Nevadans mean better lives. Contact Harry Reid and tell him to keep fighting for Nevada's families. Isn't that great? It's a feel-good ad, and it makes you think, oh, Harry does great things for Nevada. And it's a way that they can pour exorbitant sums of money into a race without it actually saying, vote for Harry Reid. It doesn't say vote for Harry Reid. It says, give Harry Reid a call and tell him he's doing a great job fighting for Nevada's families. Harry Reid is a louse. When we come back from this break, I've got a new song for you and stuff on Sharon Angle. Don't go away.
Randall and I made a trip to Washington to visit FDR. While there, Randall told him that Alger Hiss was a communist. The president threw us out of his office. Moron.
Moments with Moses. All the leading priests and the people likewise were exceedingly unfaithful, following all the abominations of the nations. And they polluted the house of the Lord, which he had hallowed, in Jerusalem.
Welcome back to the program, friend. Please don't leave me. I've got a song to sing for you, and it's going to warm your insides. But first, talk about warming. Let's talk about Sharon Angle. Sharon Angle is a relatively unknown political activist from Nevada, and she is running against Harry Reid, and right now she's ahead of him. He has $9 million in the bank. She has $1.5 million. Oh, 9 million to 1.5 million. That's 6-to-1 odds. Yes, and it's going to get even worse than that. They're going to beat her like a dirty rug. No, strike that. They're going to set her on fire. And then they're going to make mannequins that look like her, and they're going to beat out the fire with the mannequins that look like Sharon Angle, which will then burst into flames and burn up. And Sharon Angle will be no more. Actually, I don't know that that's true, and I don't want it to be true. In my opinion, the way that she can win this race is to simply cast Harry Reid as a two-faced, a Jekyll and Hyde. There's the Harry Reid that he plays to the people of Nevada, but then there's the Harry Reid who's the Washington insider. And they ask the question, who does Harry Reid really work for? The people of Nevada or Washington insiders? Well, if you look at what's going on with the Democratic Party, the same thing is happening with the Republican Party. Who will lead it? I mean, Michael Steele's about to get kicked out because of his moronic statements, and he should go. Who's going to lead the Republican Party? And you have infighting inside the party based upon ideology. So you've got someone like Sharon Angle or somebody like Rand Paul, and who is it that complains against them? Who is it that criticizes them most bitterly? You got it. Republicans. Republicans like Richard Lugar. Yes, I want to say all kinds of nasty sixth grader jokes about his name, but I'm going to restrain myself. Richard Lugar has been criticizing somebody that could take out the Senate Majority Leader. What's the matter with this man? I'll tell you what it is. He owns stock in Mitch McConnell's boneless chicken ranch. That's right, the boneless chicken ranch. When you need a chicken that doesn't even have a spine, where do you go? Mitch McConnell's Chicken Ranch. They're all boneless. Let's play that song. I played this yesterday, but it was so good I wanted to play it again today. I'll be right back after this little rendition of Mitch McConnell Had a Farm. Well, I didn't actually write this tune, but I'm going to cover it today. I changed the lyrics in hopes that it would bless you, strengthen you, and otherwise challenge you to greater acts of love and mercy. Mitch McConnell had a farm, E-I-G-O-P, and on that farm he had some chickens, E-I-G-O-P. With an Orrin Hatch here and a John Kyle there, and here a Sessions, there a Graham, everywhere a chicken. Mitch McConnell had a farm, E-I-G-O-P, and on that farm he had some rats, E-I-G-O-P. With a lie here and a lie there, here a lie, there a campaign lie, there a pontificating Sunday morning talk show lie. Mitch McConnell had a farm, E-I-G-O-P. I think that to really spice it up a little bit, we need to take it home, give you that word picture that you really need to make sense of it all. Mitch McConnell, he had a farm, E-I-G-O-P, and on that farm he had some weasels, E-I-G-O-P, with a weasel here and a weasel there, and here a weasel, there a weasel, yeah, there ain't nothing but weasel. Oh, Mitch McConnell, he had a farm, the E-I-G-O-P. Weasels, rats, and chickens unite. Thank you. Makes you feel kind of warm and tingly on the inside, doesn't it? The picture of nature being defied, rats and chickens and weasels all coexisting under one big tent. Yes, the Mitch McConnell Boneless Chicken Ranch, EIGOP. When we come back, I've got a call to battle for you, how you can weigh in, and hopefully, if enough of us together will push, we can prevail. Don't go away.
I need to be healed. Heal me. I'm starting to feel something, Father. He's the one. He's the one. Your people are sick. In your souls, you are sick. I want to be normal like you.
I have no fear of the future. Let us go forward into its mysteries. Let us tear aside the veils which hide it from our eyes, and let us move onward with confidence and courage. Sir Winston Churchill.
Hi, guys. We live here in the Capitol. Oh, that even sounds good. The only way that you can really believe a lot of what these people say is to keep yourself hyped up on stupid pills. Not just for Democrats. Oh, no. Oh, I feel stupid. It's for the Republicans, too. Yeah. If you watch them and you listen to them, they talk about how they're for family values and they're going to filibuster and they're so strong. And they go on the talk shows. They say, we're not taking it completely off the table, blah, 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 blah. And then when it comes time to fight, nothing. So some politicians see the light after they feel the heat. Let's bring a little heat to bear on these people. Here is your call to battle. Go right now to your phone. Call 202-224-3121. That is the switchboard for our nation's capital. They can put you right through to your senators. If you don't know who your 2 U.S. senators are, just tell them what state you live in. They'll tell you who the senators are. But if you really want to get through to all 100 senators, go to terrycast.com. Listen to this. This is crazy. We put together a program for you so that you can write a letter, and your letter will be faxed, not emailed where somebody will sit and go delete, but actually faxed to every U.S. senator in America. Oh, that must cost hundreds of dollars. Well, it would cost you over $1 a piece if you went to, a UPS store or something. But with us, guess what? $17.50 for all 100 U.S. senators. It's crazy. 17.5 cents. You can't even buy a stamp for that. Go to terrycast.com and write your own letter and send it to every senator in America and give them a piece of your mind, because when you send a fax, they actually read them, a staffer, somebody does. It just doesn't get thrown away. So call your senators, 202-224-3121, or if you want to spend just a little bit of money, only pennies per fax, go to terrycast.com and give them a piece of your mind. I'll be right back with some words from one of our founding fathers, and I've got news for you. They wouldn't be stuck in cyberspace if they saw what was going on right now in America. I've got a feeling they'd be getting out their squirrel rifles, if you know what I'm talking about. I'll be right back.
How long, O Lord, wilt thou look on? Rescue me from their ravages, my life from the lions. Amen.
Hi, friend, I'm Randall Terry. Thomas Jefferson said, "A coward is much more exposed to quarrels than a man of spirit." Now, you might be thinking, well, I'm just afraid. Well, hold on. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is doing what's right in spite of your fears. So, if we are a little bit fearful, timid, afraid even at points, but we still do the right thing, we still pick the right fights, in the long run, as Thomas Jefferson said, we will be exposed to far fewer quarrels if we'll simply fight when we need to. Let me bring this all the way back around to the fights in Kentucky and Nevada and with the Kagan nomination. We must fight. Don't be timid. Don't be afraid. Say the right thing. around the water cooler, with your family. And don't say it anonymously in cyberspace at a blog. Use your real name. Stand up and fight for the things that you and I cherish. And then, in the long run, we have a much better chance of victory. Don't be afraid, and even if you are, just do the right thing. That is true courage. God bless you.